Historically, the selection process was designed to find the strongest individuals, both mentally and physically, and take those individuals and train them to be the best and brightest warriors.
We're putting people through something that they've never gone through in order to give them a perspective about what their limit is. We're going to add stress and pressure and cold weather and sleep deprivation. We're going to take their food away. We're going to drop a smoke hammer on them, and it's going to suck.
They're here to ultimately get no prize, no reward.
Overhead!
Whatever their own motivation is, they're here to see if that motivation will carry them to the end.
I know you're great in the civilian world, but you're in our world. Every person has their breaking point.
The weakest person is the person who thinks they can't be broken. The purpose is to weed out the ones that don't want to be there so we can focus on the ones that do.
We'll have people that are way in over their head from the get-go. The goal is to get rid of those people. It's not personal. There is zero emotion. You are evaluated purely on your ability to complete the task to standard and your ability to work in a team under high stress.
I have bad back from wrestling. I don't think I have bad back from wrestling. I don't think my back can handle this.
Say the words. I quit.
I quit.
Do you think it's going to get harder or it's going to get easier? Say that again?
It's going to be hell, instructor.
No. Hell's a fictional place. This is where we're at is very real, and it's worse than hell because it exists and you're already there.
There you go.
So
That's what I told myself, and my mind just gave up.
I'll tell you one last thing. There's a difference between quitting and failure. Okay? You quit, but the only way that you fail is if you never come back.
Why are you here? Because I want to be here, sir.
It's got to be more than that.
No, that's it. Because I want to be here. I want to be here.
Why do you want to be here?
Because I want to be pushed. I want to be motivated. You guys didn't ask us to be here. We're here because we want to be. I want to be here.
Why?
Sir, this is life. You guys know it. You've been pushed your whole life. This is life. You fight. You get hurt. Life isn't fun always, but you go through it. It's a process. This is the only way that you can find out what type of person you really are when you push to the limit.
The selection is not to set people up for failure. We give them the tools that they need to succeed. All we do is we throw obstacles and barriers in the way of that. I'll tell you what I'm looking for personally. I'm looking for leaders. I'm looking for guys or ladies to challenge themselves.
All right, Shalom. This is Harwan Banyasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. I want to say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Harakakodash, Ma'amah. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Shalom to you, Akim, and Akwatim, and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 1. And he answered me, saying, The Most High have made this world for many, but the world to come for few. I will tell thee a similitude, Ezra, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee that it giveth much mold thereof, whereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of. Even so is the course of this present world. There be many created, but few shall be saved. All right. Now the reason I want to start with the scripture is the topic for the day, which is called the selection process. All right. Now, and it's going to be called dipped in the fire. All right, a dip in the fire. And that's what we're doing right now, man. Just like the military, they have something called the suck, to where everything just sucks, man. You know, in this time that we're in, this is hell. And you seen in the video, the guy was telling him like, yo, the hell that you taught about in church, that's imaginary. Where you at right now, this is hell. And you really here. Right? And there's a selection process to where there be many that are called. Let me get that real quick. This is Matthew 22:14. For many shall be called, but few are chosen, man. All right. Now Ezekiel 37 and Revelations 11 speaks about the call that went out. All right. Matter of fact, this is Matthew 25:1. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. All right. And that goes with Ezekiel 37. The skin and the sinews came upon the bones, the dry bones. Meaning people started calling themselves Israelites, calling on the name of the Lord, but they're still not giving out that proper vibration, doing the work properly. Some people stop doing the work. They've drawn back into the world. All right. Some people blaspheme the scriptures, become scoffers, and change the doctrine. So they're the foolish versions, and the other half represent the elect. All right. The selected ones, the ones that's going to be selected. So many are called, but few are going to be selected. All right. And 5 of them were wise and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them, man. All right. That's why scripture say you got to study to show yourself approved. And a lot of these cats heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. All these different camps, you know. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them, man. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, and we're in midnight. Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. All right. And that started with what? Albert Bivens on down to Apostle Tahar. And the cry went out. Go ye out to meet him. Go into the streets and teach. All right. So that's the cry. That's the call. It says, then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps, man. So you can see clearly in the night, right? In preparation for the king to arrive. And the foolish said unto the wise. All right. So I'm going to get to the point. All right. So, and that's what we're going through in this life. The Lord said, what? We're going to go through persecution. We got to take up our cross, which is bearing the affliction and persecution and keeping your faith unto the end. And well, all realms are working against you, meaning on the left-hand side, in the spirit and in this world. They're all working against the children, the elect of Israel. All right. And against Israel, whether they know it or not. The ones that are in the world. But Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is on our side with the holy angels and righteousness and the spirit of truth. All right. And that's all we need. And once you understand that, and that you're not fighting against just the world, but you're fighting against yourself, against the flesh. All right. The best battle that you're going to win is against yourself. All right. Conquering the flesh, conquering doubt and all these emotions, becoming a better version of yourself and pushing through. That's why that guy, one of those soldiers said it. He said, hey man, you put them in a predicament like this. That's when it tests the mettle of a person. It tests their solidarity and their confidence, you know, and their drive. It shows you what type of person that man is or that woman is. All right. And that's what Yahweh Shah is seeing. He's proving us, trying us in the furnace of adversity. Okay. This is Isaiah 48:10. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. And silver is a refining agent for gold. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. See, he makes affliction to get out all the impurities, and that's what silver does for gold. All right, but instead the Lord used what? Affliction. You know, making us hate this place and hate wickedness. For mine own sake, even for my own sake, will I do it. For how should my name be polluted? And I will not give my glory unto another. Hearken unto me, O Jacob and Israel. See? So the Lord calling, when that call went out, it only went to the children of Israel. My called, see? Look at that call. All right, so he only called Israel, but of Israel, he only called a small few. Many are called, but few are going to be chosen, going to be selected. Just like in the military, the selection process. Everybody know about that if you have friends in the military or family. They talk about the gas chain when they go in their little room and they get gassed and they got to stay in there. Whoever run out first, they have to make up for it with their team. All right. They have to try to prove that they won't turn their backs on their team. And then you have was that the log, the PT log? All right. That's when everybody grabs the log, and your team members, whoever's the weakest link, all the pressure gonna fall on him. But as long as he's pushing, the weakest link, so called, as long as he's pushing, then you know, that amounts to a lot. I would just say that, you know, it shows the drive in that person to fight in their faith. All right, and that's just as well as somebody that's strong, that's not pushing at all. You see that? So and that's what that log represents, the PT log, when they was all trying to lift the log. All right, and that's what the Lord said to us. He said, this is Zechariah 12:8. In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as God, as the angel of Yahweh before them. And it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem. All right, so the Lord's calling Israel, not these other nations. All right, but he said the feeble among us shall be as King David. All right, so who people may think is weak, or as long as they're pushing, all right, it don't matter about your talents and your being able to speak, you know, fluently, and you know, and having all these different talents. Those are blessings given, but it's all that matters is the work that we all put in, that one token of faith. All right, this is 2 Timothy 2:1. Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Yahushua Mashiach. So the Lord telling us to be strong in the spirit. All right, and in that day, he's going to raise us up, and we're going to have spiritual abilities like King David and be in order. That's what his name meant, love, right? Agape, a love feast. Or what we know as love is what? Order, the commandments, and being righteous. It says, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men. So the same way Yahushua taught us in person 2,000 years ago, we're supposed to do the same thing and go out to the streets and teach, according to Proverbs. Wisdom crieth without in the streets. All right. The wise virgins going out to meet the Lord, Yahushua. And he said we're supposed to do just like him. Commit thou to faithful men who shall be able to teach others and bring in more fruit, more brothers that can do the same thing. Thou therefore endure, meaning what? Suffer, to long suffer, just like Yahushua, and be patient. All right. And thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua, man. And that's what we're being called to, being soldiers in the selection process. Elite soldiers, elect. All right. So it says, endure hardness, man, the best of the best, the first fruits. Okay, having your spirit hardened against this world, against weakness, against doubt, and have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, staying focused on Him. And you'll see that that way, say, if your eye be single, the whole body shall be single also. So having your mind and your meditations focused on Yahweh Shem Yahushua, sort of like a walking meditation, you know. So it says this, endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You gotta be a good soldier. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, man. All right. Once you set up and sign up for this, you're in the boot camp, and you're not too entangled with the affairs of this world. All right. You're focusing on the end goal, which is the kingdom. It says that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. All right. The fact that we even chosen and called, it should be an honor to you. All right. And you should want to please Yahweh Shem Yahushua and shine your light. All right. That's what this is about, shining our light that the Lord blessed us to have. This is Mark 13 and 13. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. See, that's that persecution. All men shall hate you when you're teaching this truth correctly. All right. And being in the spirit of Yahushua, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This world's going to hate you. It's going to turn against you. Your family going to turn against you. The devil can't get to you. He's going to get to the people closest to you. But if your family is covered, you know, and they're in the same mindset of the scriptures, then you should have at least a safety zone. All right. And as long as you maintain that mindset and help your family to do the same. But the scriptures say that the enemy shall be those of their own household. All right. So anyway, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. So when you step up to do this truth, he said, prepare your soul for temptation, for trials, man. That's going to try you. And he said, we're going to be tried. All right. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, for his name. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved, man. So you're going to be saved from the trap that's coming. World War III, the martial law, New World Order. The Lord going to deliver you and save you from the snare that's being set by Esau and our enemies. All right, the spiritual demon Satan. So the Lord is going to deliver you from that if you endure and keep your faith bright and strong and getting powerful more and more, and not fluctuating iffy maybe, but beaming all the way into the end, man. Red hot or white hot. This is 1 Peter 4 and 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial. See, it's not real fire, but it's a fiery trial, man. All right. Trial by fire. Just like gold is tried in the furnace of adversity. All right. Having it afflicted until it gets purified and stronger. That's what gold will do, is it gets stronger and stronger and more pure and perfected. And the Lord literally is getting the imperfections out of us, man. All right. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Yahushua's suffering. So he went through it first, man. All right, servant is not greater than his master. So he went through it, so we got to go through it. And the temptation that's coming. He went through his hour of temptation, being put up on the cross. Yahushua, so-called black man. So our hour of temptation is coming as well. The Lord says, since we walk with him in his temptation, he will be with us in ours and keep us from that temptation. And the word keep means to shamar, watch over you, protect you, or guard you. All right. But rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Yahweh's suffering, standing up for the truth, suffering for good. All right, instead of just suffering as an Israelite and being wicked. 2/3. But to suffer for the truth, suffer for Yahweh for his name's sake, yeah, that's a blessing in that. It says that when his glory shall be revealed, when he shows up in all his glory, especially when he reveals it through spiritual power and the holy angels before he shows up, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. All right, so when he shows up, 2/3 of our people are not going to be happy. They're going to be scared and crying and mad and all kind of shit. But the elect are going to rejoice. If ye be reproached, right, you're fighting it to the end and then you get selected. All right. If ye be reproached for the name of Yahweh, happy are ye. We're going to go through reproach, meaning blame. People going to blame us. Your family going to blame you. Friends going to blame you. People that's not even doing anything in your life are going to blame you for shit. But you got to understand, that's what the Lord said. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. You know, they really don't know. Some of them know they know what they're doing, being wicked, but they don't know Yahweh Shai. They're blinded. They don't know Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, so imagine that. You know, these people in your household or your family or your friends outside of the camps. Let's talk on another level. Holding the log, lifting the log within your family. You know, everybody's gonna be weak links, and you'll find out that all the weight is carrying on you. So what you got to do? He say what? If anything be too heavy for you to bear, cast it upon him. Call on Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to help you through it. See, family members and friends won't do that because they don't know him. All right, they're heavy laden already with iniquity. So 1 Peter 4 and 14. If you be reproached for the name of Yahweh Shai, happy are ye. All right, they call you a prophet, or they call you wicked for teaching this truth, or you a bum, or whatever. Are you wasting your time? Say, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of Yahweh resteth upon you, man. All right, and that's how Yahweh showed up. He rode in on a donkey. All right, and he was persecuted and afflicted and reproached, and that was glory to go through that, to gain the kingdom, to go through the suck, to go through hell to get through heaven, get to heaven. All right, and to do it on purpose, and with purpose. It says, on their part, he is evil spoken of. See, 2/3 of our people are going to speak evil of the Lord. But on your part, he is glorified. All right. This is Sirach 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Your soul represents your mind and your spirit that dwells within. All right, get that ready so you don't get confused and lose your soul. Try to gain the whole world and lose your soul. You know, lose who you are. You know, it's not worth it. The whole world is vanity. We got the heavens and the angels, and the future of this earth is going to belong under righteousness to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, but the Lord says this to you, all right, to the women as well, especially the men. If you come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. How can you prepare? He told us in the scriptures to what? Put on the whole armor of the Lord, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and to withstand all the wiles of the devil. All right, all their plots and their plans and their schemes and craftiness and imaginations and devices. It says, set thy heart aright. So set your mind towards righteousness. Choose what side you're going to be on. All right. And constantly endure, meaning keep pushing in this truth. All right, keep pushing, man. And make not haste in time of trouble. All right, don't get the chip. When they offer the chip, don't take it. Don't sell out. Don't take the vaccine, man. All right, don't trust thine enemy. So don't make haste in time of trouble. When all hell break loose, or they afflict you, or your family turn on you, or whatever, keep teaching. All right, that's how you deal with it. All this stuff can be answered and rectified and dealt with in the spirit. Even the loss of life. All right. So it says, cleave unto him. So a time of trouble's coming up, time of Jacob's trouble, where everybody's gonna be tried, man. You know, and we're coming up to that time of the selection process where we're gonna the hopeful elect will be dipped in the fire. All right. The Lord said He won't put too much on you that you can bear. So you gotta prepare your mind for the what's that Hunger Games that's coming. He says it's gonna be as a destruction from the Almighty. So you set your mind aright. Get your mind right. That's basically what He's saying. And constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto Him and depart not away. What the Lord said, be still and know that He is God. He is power. All right, not us. Cleave unto Him. So cleave unto the Lord. Cleave unto this truth. And depart not away. All right. That thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Meaning what? Enduring until the end. Cleaving unto this truth and staying there all the way to the end. Even beyond that. And you're going to be increased. The Lord said what? He going to give you strength. All right. He's going to strengthen. Matter of fact, Revelations 3:8. I know thy works. See, He knows your works. All right. And He knows whether some are cold or hot as well. It says, behold, I know thy works. Behold, I have set before thee an open door. So it's like open lane. Go for it, man. Slam dunk. You know, and no man can shut it. You know, only one that can shut it is the Lord and you. You can shut that door if you look back and you close the door and you block out the blessings that you could be receiving in the truth. And the affairs of this world begin to choke the word and the life out of the people, out of these wannabe prophets. Behold, I have set before thee an open door, and no man can shut it. For thou hast a little strength, and hast kept my word, and hast not denied my name. All right, so that's to the elect that get delivered. And the Lord said He's going to make all these nations. Matter of fact, it says what? Behold. So you kept, meaning what? To protect His word and guard His word. And you can't deny His name. Like IUIC and Nathan have done. All right, they're in the middle of being dipped in the fire in the selection process, and they get up and they snatch the badge off their arm and say, you know what, I'm done. I want out of this. You know, and it's going to show in the end what type of metal they are. Are they tin? Are they silver? All right, are they type of alloys that's going to melt in the affliction and break down? Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan. That's talking about Esau, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. So they're the liars and the father of lies. All right, and deception. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. So that's what's going to happen to the ones that fight to the end, man. He's going to make all of them show up and bow down to you and worship at your feet. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. All right. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast, to which thou hast, that no man take that crown. See that? He opened the door that no man can shut. You see that? So it says, him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out. So the Lord got a crown waiting for you and a place for you in his temple, all right, in Israel. And I will write upon him the name of my power, Yahweh. So they're going to say you belong to Yahweh, and you're a son of God again, chosen, or a daughter. And the name of the city of my power. So that person is going to be called New Jerusalem, part of it, a citizen of Jerusalem, the city of peace, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my God. I will write upon him my new name. All right, Sirach 2 and 4, it says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take it cheerfully, man. So when like them soldiers had to do, they had to do the duck walk on the ground. They had to sit in the gas chamber, whatever it was called. They had to, crawl in the damn mud and the water, muddy waters. All right, all of this stuff just to break their mind, test their mind, mental strength. And the guy even said it. He said the mind will break down quicker than the body will. All right. So this is all a spiritual, mental training for the spirit. All right, and purification. So it says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. What they call that in the hood is being a savage. All right, take it cheerfully, man. And thank the Lord, because he's going to bless you through it. His strength is shown in weakness. All right, when thou art changed to a lower state, man, especially when they start trying to take everything from us. When you humble. For gold is tried in fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Acceptable men. The selection. All right, this is the selection process. All right, the Lord's looking for acceptable men. So if you're being tried in the furnace of adversity for the Lord's name's sake, consistently, throughout your days as you're pushing, you're going to have some good days. You're going to have some weary days, right? That's that song. You're going to have some hills to climb, right? So you're going to go through these things. Every day doesn't have to suck or be bad or a fucked up day. You're going to have your daily bread. But what I mean is pushing in this truth. YouTube pages getting shut down. People lying on you. People denying you. People scoffing at you. Family members leaving you. Losing family members. Seeing a lot of death out here. Seeing the threat and the trap that Esau is setting for you. For us out in this world. So on and so on, man. All of that is going to easily break these people. But the elect, the Lord said he's going to shorten the days and give them strength to make it through it, man. All right. The heart of Yahweh Shai within us. The Lion of the tribe of Judah. Unbreakable. For gold is tried. All right. So that's why we're being tried. The Lord calling us gold. Much mold that earthen vessels are made of that comes from the earth, but little gold that comes from the dust. So it's going to be few, 144,000 and 1/3 of the men, women, and children. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. For us to be accepted, we're going to have to go through it. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. See that? So believe in him. You got to believe in him first. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. All right. So once you enter the selection process, and you start feeling that pressure, and that offense comes against you, the Lord said, believe in him, man, and wait for his mercy. Not mercy from the world and from people. No, wait for mercy from the Lord. And go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Lord, believe in him, and your reward shall not fail. Keep fighting it to the end, like a coach yelling in your ear. That's what Yahweh Shai is doing. Like the coaches be with Mayweather And Javante Davis, I'm on your ass. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You want to be great. You chasing greatness, ain't you? Well, this is what it take. I'm gonna be on your ass. Keep going, keep pushing, keep fighting, right? So it says what? Ye that fear the Lord, believe in him, and your reward shall not fail. And ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? So when all hell starts to break loose and you see these things coming upon the earth, the scriptures say men's hearts shall fail them. All right, their pride is going to fail. They're going to break. But the Lord said what? You're supposed to remember and look on the generations of old and see in your mind. Did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long suffering, and very pitiful, full of pity towards us, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in time of affliction. Woe be to fearful hearts. So the fearful minded. And fear deals with flight, submission, and standing still, like not fighting, holding back your sword. You know, that deals with fear. All right, and these people are going to submit. They already submitted to the left-hand side. And the sinner that goeth two ways. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted. So you down there on the ground and you crawling towards the end of the the water or whatever. You got the log, or you doing the sprints in this truth. You're doing your laps, your marathon. But then the weak are going to become faint-hearted. They're going to start to doubt. They're going to start to scoff. They're going to start to try to tear down other brothers, sincere brothers, so they can be lifted up. You know? All right, so it says what? Woe unto the faint-hearted. For he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. So if you faint-hearted and you go back into the world and stop teaching, all right, the Lord said, what? You're not going to be defended in that day. He's not going to give his angels charge over you. He's not going to protect you. Woe unto you that have lost patience. All right, in the midst of this fight, in the midst of this push, in this trial period, this process, training, selection training, right? This fiery trial. He says, what? Woe unto you that have lost patience, meaning that have not endured unto the end. What will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. That's right. They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him, and doing his work and keeping his laws to the best of your ability. That's well pleasing unto him, and that's what you're fighting for. Our new Jerusalem, a new heaven and a new earth, and all the rewards and blessings that come with it, and righteousness. And they that love him shall be filled with the law. They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight. All right, does that mean you got to walk around with your head hanging down? No, that means humble, meaning you're going to do this work, and you're going to study. You're going to believe. You're not going to listen to the world. When Ezekiel's wife died, the Lord told him, don't mourn her. He said, yo, just put on your head wrap and your garment and go out and teach. All right. So when you lose anything in this world, I ain't talking about just death. I'm talking about the world. You put on the helmet of the Lord, the faith and hope, and you go out and you do your work, man. All right. And that's preparing yourself for the battle. And watching the apostles, watching the Akim, and studying. All right. And setting goals. Start with small goals first. Start with the milk. And then work your way up to the meat. You know. It says, they that fear the Lord will seek. Oh, so like it. Verse 18, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men. For as his majesty is, so is his mercy. That's right. All right. So it's like yelling out, no, I ain't gonna give up. No, I ain't going back to the world. I'm gonna keep pushing. They're like, yeah, give up. Just say the words. Just tap out, man. Just tap out. That was them demons saying. That was the devil saying to you. Tap out, man. Just give up. That's what the flesh is saying. That's what the world is saying to you. And sometimes that's what people say to themselves. But within all of that, you have to, but not be led by your own understanding. All right? You have to trust what Yahweh Shai told you. Trust his words. And he telling you what? For as his majesty is, so is his mercy. All right? This is 2 Ezra 7:3. And I said, speak on my power. This is Ezra speaking. Then said he unto me, the sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. All right. That's all the obstacles in the way to get to the kingdom. You know. But put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of affliction. And so narrow that only one can go there in there at once. And what that means is you're going to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. All right. And everything's done in decency and in order. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it, if he went not through the narrow? All right. So the sea represents the kingdom. So like that's what I meant to say. I think I said the word. I can't remember. But who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it, if he went not through the narrow? How could he come into the broad? And that also deals with wisdom, getting to this truth, growing in the truth. You can't creep in another way. All right. The scriptures say this word is going to become a river, and ultimately it's going to end up being a sea. It's going to lead you to the kingdom. All right. That's the goal. But you can't get any of that if you don't go through the process, if you don't go through the selection process, the training, the steps, the obstacles, all right, the boot camp. You got to trust the process and the forging in the fire, man, of you being the golden sword in Yahweh Bashim Shai's hand. How could he, who then could go into the sea to look upon it? All right, the promised land, the kingdom, to look upon it, man, to see it, if he went not through the narrow? How could he come into the broad? There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field and is full of good things. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if it were fire on the right hand, or on the left a deep water. That's your affliction and adversity. And one only path between them both. All right. And that's through what? The straits, the affliction. And following the steps of Yahweh Shai, the path that was laid out before us. Even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion, because for their sakes I made the world. And when Adam transgressed my statutes, so Adam did have laws and statutes, but it just weren't written. Then was decreed that now is done. Then were the entrances of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. So there's affliction and adversity and sorrow and hell. They are but few and evil, full of perils and very painful. All right, this is Matthew 13:47. All right, you heard them soldiers saying it as well. They're like, yo, people don't want to feel pain. They want things nice and sweet and comfortable. you know, but that pain makes you tougher, just like a boxer. They have to put themselves through that rigorous training again and again just to make weight for the fight. All right. Matthew 13:47. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that is cast into the sea and gathered of every kind. All right. So gathered of all the children of Israel from around the world. The spirit went out. Which when it was full, they drew to shore. All right. And sat down and gathered the good into vessels, but cast the bad away. So that's the selection process. The Lord he put his spirit out there on the earth, upon the earth. And that's why you got people calling themselves Israelites. But he only set up his elect, and they're the only ones that's going to get delivered. And the ones that believe what they have said. He said, then shall you know that there have been a prophet among you. All right. And that's through Abba Bivens, Apostle Tahar on down, man. All right. Any umbrella camps that's up under him. It says, and even some that's within those camps, and even in the main camp, GMS, or camps, GMS, and Lions Den, Men of Valor, DTA, you know, all these camps are going to be filtered as well. The Lord is doing a sift, what you call the sift. You know, you have a lot of people that speak as if they already made it. But he said, speak as one of the elect. Speak in the name and the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right. A lot of people have scoffed and kicked a lot of people out of camps, man. And then you see them now, and they're not even in the truth no more. All right. You're seeing they got tattoos and they're chasing music careers and all this dumb shit. When they ruin somebody's fight. But if you're of the elect and you walked away, they said what? You don't fail unless you walk away and you don't come back. All right. If you walk away and you come and you show back up and you're fighting again, that's not failure. That's like time to think. And he said, no man that go up to war sitteth not down first and count the cost. And you're supposed to do that before you step into this work. But sometimes you have to sit down and be taught again. All right, what were the first oracles of the Most High? Okay, so it says what? And again, the kingdom of heaven is like, okay, so verse 48, which when it was full, they drew to shore. So we're in the time of the net being full. All right. They count, the set number, and sat down and gathered the good into vessels, but cast the bad away. That's the judgment. So shall it be at the end of the world, the end of this age. The angels shall come forth. So the Lord going to send his angels out. All right. Yahushua is going to show up, but he's going to send his angels out. And shall sever the wicked from among the just. So so it's like, hey, you're not fit for the kingdom. And shall cast them into the furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. All right, to cast something is like setting them into the fire. Separating them, like what the angels are going to do when they show up. All right, they're only going to get the elect and protect the elect. Only with your eyes shall you see the destruction of the wicked. All right, James 2:18. Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. Okay? So, you got to push and show your works. All right? That our Father may be glorified in heaven, because we've been teaching and warning people. You're part of that stretched out hand once you begin to do this work. It says what? Verse 19, thou believest that there is one God, thou doest well. All right, there's not many gods, there's only one, Yahweh and his son, Yahushua, and the holy angels. The devils also believe and tremble. But wilt thou, O wilt thou know, O vain man? All right, we're just natural, like Abraham said, he was just earth and ashes, man. So we're vanity. All right, our spirit is eternal, but we're vanity. And it says, O vain man, that faith without works is dead. So we have to put in works. Okay, so faith without works is dead, man. Just like a body without a spirit in it, it's just a dead thing. So faith is the vessel, and the spirit of wisdom, is the fuel, is the driving force. Spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Was not Abraham our father justified by works when he had offered Isaac, his son, upon the altar? Seest thou how faith wrought with his works, and by works was faith made perfect? The scripture was fulfilled, which saith, Abraham believed Yahweh, and it was imputed unto him for righteousness, and he was called the friend of God. Ye see then how that by works a man is justified, and not by faith only. All right, because he didn't have the written laws, but he had what? Faith. All right, and works. All right, so, all right, but even though they say they have works, like you got ISUPK, you got IUIC, you got GOCC, yeah, they doing work, but are they doing the work righteously, man? The right way? No. All right, and there's a judgment for that. Matthew 7:21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven. All right, they're going out there teaching, but they tell you that it's okay to get the chip. They tell you that the Lord's name is Jesus. So, listen, man, the Lord going to judge the hell out of these people if they don't repent. But he that doeth the will of my Father, which is in heaven. Okay. So those are the ones that's going to enter into the kingdom and see it with their eyes, as I read earlier. That doeth the will, those are the Lord's brothers and mother and sister. The ones that do the will of his Father, the right way. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? Right? They know his name, or they say it with the Bible. And in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done wonderful works. And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. So they're working wickedness, man. All right, confusing our people, making filthy lucre of our people, getting money off of this truth. All right, monopolizing off of it. They're the weak ones that say they can't be broken. And being prideful, right? And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. All right, that's what severing the wicked from among the just. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man. See? Okay, so the wise virgins, which built his house upon a rock. And all right, so building your house righteously upon that foundation that started with Yahweh Shai. He came here to tell us the Father's will. If you continue in that same testimony from Peter and Paul, Yahweh Shai, and the disciples today, then you're one of those wise men, all right, who built your house upon a rock, the same foundation that was set upon Peter. And the rain descended and the floods came. So, all right, the rain is going to descend and the floods are going to come and the winds are going to blow, the destruction, and beat upon that house. And this is talking spiritually too. And it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. All right, so when we found it, the foundation is going to be on Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And a lot of our people that claim to be Israelites, they don't have any root in themselves. So the seed taketh not root, and it gets plucked up. All right. And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them doeth them not, shall be like unto a foolish man, see the foolish virgins, which built his house upon the sand. So they building it, they calling themselves Israelites, the house of God, right? The tabernacle of David supposed to be built up, Amos chapter 9. But they're building, but the Lord says this, they're building upon sand, false doctrine, untempered mortar. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. So they can't handle it. You know, they can't handle the selection process being dipped in the fire. You know, they break easily. This is Luke 9:23, and he said to them all, sorry, this is to all of us, if any man will come after me, after Yahushua, right? These are his words because they're in red letter. So if any of us will come after him, all right, it says, let him deny himself. So we have to deny ourselves and take up our cross daily and follow Yahushua. All right, on a daily basis, studying, teaching, reaching for the Lord in prayer and fasting and supplication, and pushing and fighting for a new heaven and new earth, what we desire. For verse 24, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever will lose his life for my sake, the same shall find it, man. Blood, sweat, and tears, right? Nail grinding into the ground, pulling yourself, dragging yourself through the mud, all right? It says, for what is a man advantaged if he gain the whole world and lose himself or be cast away? All right, and that's that chip. When they come with that hour of temptation, that's when that real adversity and affliction going to hit. And life is going to really suck in that time. The Lord said what? This is Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. All right. So when all hell break loose, before that, the Lord saying, yo, seek him early while he may be found. All right, I'm not going to read this whole chapter, but this is a beautiful one about the destruction that's coming to America. All right. Or should I say Babylon. Luke 9:23. And he said to them all, and he also told us all to watch. All right. If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. Okay. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever will lose his life for my sake, the same shall save it. For basically walking away from this world, man. For what is a man advantage if he gain the whole world and lose himself or be cast away? For whosoever shall be ashamed of me and of my words, of him shall the Son of Man be ashamed, when he shall come in his own glory and in his Father's and of the holy angels. But I tell you of a truth, there be some standing here, so that was standing with Yahushua. They're back here this day with that same drive and that fight in them that they had back then. You know, the grunts. It says, I tell you of a truth, this is the truth. There be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the kingdom of Yahweh. All right, so they're going to see the kingdom and enter into it, the elect. So that's what you're fighting for, the end goal, to overcome, according to 2nd Ezra. We say you're going to be the Lord going to put a crown on your forehead, on your head, I mean. All right, Yahushua himself is going to crown you. This is Luke 9:62. And Yahushua said unto him, no man, having put his hand to the plow and looking back, is fit for the kingdom of Yahweh. Meaning you're not equipped. You're not built for the kingdom of Yahweh. All right. Instead, you're built upon sand if you fall out of this truth or you walk away over some damn emotional shit or money or women or just life bullshit. You know, it's all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man, every day. You know, that should be instilled in you. All right. I'm thankful for the foundation that Yahushua has given me before I even heard of the apostles. All right. So, and even if I did hear it straight from them, it's still a beautiful foundation, you know. So be thankful for your foundation first, and the growing process that you're being taken through, and the chastisement, that's correction. That shows you that the Lord is dealing with you. He's literally dealing with you through judgment, through chastising you, through guiding you, through his mercy, all of the above, and preparing you for the harvest. All right, just like a tree is groomed and trimmed and pruned. All right, or gold is afflicted, or a sword is beaten until it gets perfected. All right, but no man looking back is fit for the kingdom. But a just man is going to do what? Proverbs 24:16. For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again. What did the Lord tell us to do? Rise up, shake off the dust, put on our beautiful garments, stand upon our feet, a great exceeding army, stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted us. All right, standing as lions in the spirit of Yahushua, man, the Lion of Judah. It says, but the wicked shall fall into mischief, man. All right, they're going to fall into mischief and stay there. But a just man going to fall 7 times and get back up every time, keep getting up. Baruch 4:27. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto Yahweh. And that's Galatians 4. The spirit of Yahushua was put into our heart, calling out Abba Father. That's only Israelites, man. For ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. For as, right, he said he gave us, he equipped us with everything we need to make it through. But he put little obstacles in our way, man, to get us through, or to challenge us and to test us in the trial. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto Yahweh, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. For as it was your mind to go astray from Yahweh, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. Okay? For he that hath brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy with salvation. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, Israel, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. So he gave us that name, right, of Israel and Jerusalem, city of peace. And we're gonna exist under that nomen omen someday, the city of peace, being called peace, righteousness, man, city of righteousness. This is 2 Ezra 2:38. Arise up and stand. Behold the number of those that be sealed in the feast of the Lord, which are departed from the shadow of the world, man. And that's the 144 and the 1/3 of Israel that's going to be selected from the selection process, being dipped in the fire, not putting fully into the fire, but going to be dipped into the fire. Okay. It says, which are departed from the shadow of the world. And now we're into the shadow of Yahushua and Yahweh, and have received glorious garments of the Lord, righteousness. All right, so they're going to get new bodies, righteous with the laws written in our inward parts. Take thy number, O Zion. So take your place, take your lot as a pillar in the city of peace, of righteousness. So take your place as a lot for you in existence, man, in the universe. All right. How is he numbered amongst the saints? That's Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5. So take thy number, O Zion, and shut up those of thine that are clothed in white. All right. So many shall be tried and made white, shall be white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly and shall not understand. All right. But he said the elect are going to be given white garments, and the white garments represent the righteousness of the saints, which have fulfilled the law of the Lord. And the law today for us is what? The law of faith. All right, according to the scriptures. We keep the laws to the best of our ability, but the main law is the law of faith in Yahweh Shai. The number of thy children, whom thou longest for, is fulfilled. Beseech the power of the Lord, that thy people, which have been called from the beginning, may be hallowed, be anointed. All right, made holy. So he calls you from the beginning if you're in this truth. Okay, that's predestination. I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people whom I could not number, and they all praised Yahweh with songs. That goes with Revelations 14 as well. All right, and I think 17, if I'm not mistaken. And in the midst of them, there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So that's the goal. That's what we're fighting for. All right. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal. So they're going to get new bodies, man. They're going to shed these mortal bodies. And have confessed the name of Yahweh. Now are they crowned and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is this that crowned them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of God, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's Yahweh Shai, right? Whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord Yahweh Shai. So you're not going to get that commendation now. We're going to get that commendation when the Lord shows up. All right. So spiritual applause from the holy angels and Yahweh Shai himself. You're going to get crowned. All right. So we're part of that river that was promised to flow for the washing of Israel. And if you don't flow, then how can the washing happen? To where our people be clean through the belief in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. 2 Peter 1:10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence. Sorry, give diligence, man, to make your calling and election sure. The selection process, right? Give diligence, fight for it. All right, so you believe and be confident that you have a sure shot at being chosen by doing what the Lord asks to the best of your ability. All right. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling, many are called, but few are chosen, and your election sure, to be elected, to be chosen. All right. Not just called, but to be chosen. Not just to be called to the selection process, but to be selected. All right. And to come out of the fire stronger than when you went in, and more pure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall. For so an entrance shall be ministered unto you abundantly into the everlasting kingdom of the Lord, of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai Mashiach. All right, so as long as you're staying diligent, the Lord is going to equip you with everything you need to get through these obstacles, and he'll make his voice even louder to you and the light even brighter to guide you to him through this wilderness. All right. And this furnace of affliction. All right. So the Lord will deal with you. So with that, I'm going to say, I hope this was edifying and encouraging, because that's the aim, to encourage you to continue. So with that, I'm going to say, Kal Halayim, La Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem Harakah Kodash Ma'amah. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Shalom to you, Akim and Akwatim, and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth, man. Make it through the selection process. All right. And you know, being dipped in the fire. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom.